guys. In this lesson, we're going to look at our first transformation called translations. So, this is basically where you just control C, control V, and then you can move it around. You're not making it larger or anything like that. You're just taking the image and then pasting it somewhere else in a direction on the coordinate grid. Okay. Couple of vocab words here. We have a pre-image. That's the original image. So where it first starts out at. And then you have the image. That's what happens after you do a transformation. So this is not just for translations. This is for everything. Okay. One thing I want you to note and some vocabulary words that we're going to use is that translations preserve orientation. So, orientation is just the way the shape is facing. Okay, so it's going to stay facing the same way, and it preserves rigidity. So basically, it's not going to get larger or smaller. So it's just going to stay the exact same size. It's going to stay facing the same way, and we're just going to be moving it around. Okay, so I have on here we have translation is a slide. So you can see the SL in translation and SL in slide. If we were to write the rule, we start out with our XY, and then it goes to X plus or minus A. Whatever A is going to be a horizontal shift. Okay. And then B, then it's going to be comma, Y plus or minus B. So the B is going to be a vertical shift. Now, you won't always have both shifts, so horizontal and vertical. So you could just have one or the other. And in that case, your plus or minus would be zero. So you just keep the same variable. So let's take a look. Our first example here, we're going to translate this rectangle 2 units down and 3 units to the left. So this is the pre-image, okay? And now we're going to draw the image. 2 units down and 3 to the left. So our new A is here. So we mark it with a little tick mark at the top. That's called a prime. So A prime is basically at the origin. So you can see here we just moved our rectangle over and down. This is our image, and we can tell that it's our image if we had if we had two shapes on there, we could tell which one was our image based on the tick marks up there at the top. Now we're going to write the rule. So we start with X comma Y. So all the rules start out that way. And then you draw your arrow, and I moved this to the left 3, so it's going to be X minus 3. And then I moved down 2, so Y minus 2. So up or down was my vertical, left and right is my horizontal. Since it's a left, it's negative. Since it's down, it's a negative as well, or minus. Now let's look at example 2. It says that this is the image of XYZ is shown. The original triangle, so the pre-image XYZ was translated 3 units up and 2 units and right 2 units. What are the coordinates of the pre-image? And so it may ask like what is the coordinates of Z? So not Z prime. So these are all the primes. So we're going to go the opposite direction. It says 3 units up. So the new one or the old one was 3 units down. This one said 2 units right. So we're going to go 2 units left because we're going to go backwards. And so this would be our original one. So if I were to take the one I just drew and and then moved them 3 up and 2 right, I should get the one that I was given. So then just labeling these points. Where is the location of these points? That's what we're doing here when we are going to label the coordinates. So y is at 4, 0, x is at -4, excuse me, 0, -4. I'm going over 0, down 4. And then z is at -2, -1. So basically, we're just naming the location. So when you're doing this, you want to not just give the general area, so not just like, hey, it's over there somewhere. You're giving it the exact location just to help us know exactly where it is. All right, so example 3, triangle ABC has been translated up 4 units and 1 unit right. Basically, we're just going to be writing the transformation rule here. So up is going to be my B, and it's going to be like a plus, okay? So my B was equal to a 4. That's my vertical change. And then my horizontal, which is A, was 1 unit right. So that's going to be in the positive direction as well. Right is in the positive. That's my horizontal change. And so therefore I can write X, Y. So all my rules start out like that. Then the arrow means some transformation has been done to it. And now my new coordinates, I could basically take any coordinates for A, B, and C, plug them into this formula and get the image. So x plus 1, because even though it listed up first, that only affects the y. So the horizontal affects the x. So y plus 4. So that is the transformation rule. So on your skill check, you may have to translate and then give the location or the coordinates of a point. You may have to write the rule. You may be given the rule and transform something else, or you may be given the rule and write and explain what the transformation is. So lots of different ways this can be asked and be assessed. So you probably will see multiple of things like that on your skill check. Your challenge question, you are going to just draw a triangle somewhere and labeling it CDE, and then translate that triangle up 2 units and write 5 units. So that wraps up our lesson on translations. Just a quick reminder, remember the horizontal shift is going to affect the X, the vertical shift is going to affect the Y, and and whenever you are translating it, it should look the exact same, face the same way, and it's just that control C and control V. So that is translations.